Who? This is Punk DJ. Hey, 2234. Sorry about not uploading anything as of late, but my laptop died on me, and all I have now is my sister's computer, which kind of sucks. Um, this is a psychic deck review. Who using stuff from the new Extreme Victory pack, heck, along with some of the older stuff. Not much of the old stuff though. More new than old. Um, yeah, so we have our double trusty Karibons here. I like him. Him really. He came back in Duelist Genesis. He was an interesting little psychic back then and as well. Cool thing about him is you give up 800 life points and he can't be destroyed in battle. Basically, you negate the attack and that's it. Really, he's a level 2 tuner, which is pretty nice. He's level 2 that costs you 800 life points to protect itself. And we have 3 copies of Esper Girl from the new stuff. Um, Her effect is when she's special summoned from your remove from play. Hey, you can send the top card of your deck to the remove from play zone until she leaves the field. Doesn't matter how. Which is nice. So you tune with her since she's a level 2 tuner. Her to create a synchro. Very easy to go after Nutria Beast with her, which allows you to do some pretty fun stuff. Next, we have 3 copies of Mental Seeker. This little guy is actually kind of neat. When he's special summoned from your remove from play zone, he lets you look at the top 3 cards of your opponent's deck and remove one of them from the game. So that just like automatically kills a card before your opponent even gets a chance to draw it, which is lovely. He's a level 3 tuner, so he's an easy Barkion. 2 Psy Beast, because he can get you to your Barkion or Beast, whichever one you need at the time. Or he can get you to almost any other of your Synchro, because you summon him, you get to ditch it. Psychic to your remove from play zone, one from your deck, and his level increases to that Psychic monster's level. 3, I can't pronounce the first word on her name, Psychic Witch. She's alright, I get. The best thing about her is that you can use her to basically force the effect of your tuners, which is actually kind of great. Yeah. 1 Psychic something. I don't know what he's called really. He's actually kind of neat. I only have 1 of them. I need another one. Luckily, I'm getting a box soon. Of Extreme Victory, so I might be able to pull another one. He's only a common. 2000. You discard 1 card from your hand to remove a psychic from the game, and then special summon 1 monster you remove from the game back to your side of the field when he is removed from the field. A Mind Master for some search and special summon, because this deck plays big on graveyard area, and you need to fill your grave with psychic as fast as possible half the time, which is real great. I hate to use Mind Master for that purpose. 1 Plague Spreader Zombie, because he's another tuner, so he gives you some mobility. He as well, because of him being able to come back right afterwards. Those are the monsters for this deck. Spell cards consist of 2 Mystical Space Typhoons. No, I'm not using my shiny one in here, or my whatever pack 1 in this deck, because actually I misplaced it, which is kind of sucky. I don't know where I do it. 2 Miracle Synchro Fusion. The deck plays so fast with its synchro summons to certain synchros, I can actually play. Hey, I play 2 of the fusion monsters that came out. 1 that came out from the new stuff, the new Hidden Arsenal 4, and 1 that came out back in Duelist Revolution. Foolish Burial allows you to bury your monsters. Everybody knows what that does. I'm not explaining why I even run it. I mean, well, I can, and I bury Plague and my other tuners with it, which makes it pretty good. Dark Hole is a staple, so I'm not explaining that. Book of Moon is also a staple, not explaining that. Duality, you guys have seen it in almost all my decks. I always move it around depending on what deck I feel like is my best. So right now this is my best deck. It's set up to be my best, so it's got all my good stuff in it. And an emergency teleport to special summon my to special summon any of my psychic monsters level 3 or lower, which is, as you saw, a good majority of them. And then Monster Reborn, Urn, which is a staple. Then 2 Psychokinesis. It may do me damage. It may cost me 1,000 life points, but I get to blow up a monster on my opponent's side. 1 for 1 to special help Mind Master when I need him. I'm a lot faster. And those are the spells for the deck. One Mirror Force. Only allowed one, but it's staple. Return from the different dimension. Because of the Miracle Synchro Fusions, I've actually been able to OTK using this card with I'll say what I use later. 2 D prisons to stop like low monsters that I can't get with bottomless or anything that come swinging at me. Hey, I can get them with D prison. And speaking of bottomless, 2 bottomless trap holes because I have room for them in this deck, so it was easy to just put them and it's more removed from play. It forces my opponent to get stuck. Brain Hazard special summons a monster from my remove from play, a psychic back from my remove from play zone, which is real great, especially when you use it on a tuner monster. You get the effect of the tuner, or if you use it on a remove play psychic that you used Psy Beast on or something like that. Real great. Solomon's Judgment, and it's a staple. Also, and 2 overload, psychic overloads. Get 3 psychics in my grave to draw 2 cards for free, basically, which is actually a wonderful thing. Side deck for this deck consists of 1 Puppet Plant to get a hold of, go up against Sams with this and eat a Sam, basically. Maxi for when I run into someone with some high special summoning ability. Just throw that out there. And force that. And draw a card every time they special. 2 DD Crows because I don't want to run it in my main deck. So I run it in my side. There's no room in my main deck. Yeah, remove from play stuff that they're targeting in your grave, like their plagues. Nobleman and a Crossout I run hips of in my side deck. Heck, just so I can swing at people, those face downs, force a monster face down. It worked better with Bug at like 2. Now it's at 1, which really sucks. 1 Royal Oppression, which I'm happy I finally managed to get a hold of one. Took me a little while there. But yeah. Negates the special summons. And then 1 Starlight Road. I need to find myself a secret rare version of that, but oh well. Can't always have what you want, right? Unless you got money to pay for it. Now, the extra deck is Nutria Beast. He's he's easy to summon out using Esper Girl and Psy Beast, because Psy Beast you boost him to a 3 by removing any of my other 3 monsters, and then you use Esper Girl and boom, there you are. Very easy to summon out. That's why I run him. You send the top 2 cards of your deck to the grave to kill off an opponent's negate an opponent's spell card. Awesome. Cataster is a staple in any extra deck now, so there's no point in explaining it. Nutria Beast or Nutria Bark Hun. He's one of the best 6 that I could find to run in the deck besides from Bionic. He is a big 6, which is nice. He's 2,500. He's actually bigger than Black Rose, and you can negate 8 spell cards just by removing 2 cards from game, and would return from a different dimension in my deck. I don't care about the remove from play factor of anything. Flame Veil Uruzaki is because my old man has always told me you should always run a Piercer in your deck, and I agree with him on that. So Uruzaki is a nice one because of the boost that he is able to get when he does damage, and you're basically guaranteed damage. Bionic, it's a staple now. If you're not running one, I suggest you go who pay the money for it, because that is definitely a useful card in situations. Um, this is the only card I think I'm running dubs of, is Psychic Life Transfer. She's an easy card to ditch for the fusion now I'm running. And also remove from play a psychic monster in my graveyard, gain 1200 life points. Wicked powerful with this deck. Black Rose, everybody knows what it does if it's not in a plant deck. You just nuke the field, so then move along. Scrap Dragon, and you destroy one card on your side of the field, like, oh, I don't know, a useless brain hazard because you already ditched the monster her was hooked to, and destroy one card on your opponent's side of the field as well. Stardust Dragon, negate, 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 negate anything that would try destroying you. Mistworm for some kickback, really screws people up, especially if you kick back some synchros. Useful card. I don't know how much it's running for. Mind over Archfiend, or Overmind Archfiend, in which is actually a pain to get on the field, but when you get him on the field, he is powerful, especially when he's removed from the field. Um, once per turn, you can remove from play one of your psychic monsters in grave, and when this card is sent to the graveyard, or when this card is sent from the field to the grave, you can special summon all the monsters that were moved from the fact, as many as possible at least. It's basically her return from the different dimension, only in a monster form with 3,300 attack. He's a level 9 that requires one psychic tuner and 2 or more non-tuner psychic monsters. Kind of a bear to get out there on the field, but once you get him out there, he will be one reliable card. He's actually one of the key cards to this deck, actually. Hyper Psychic Blaster. I'll tell you a combo I did on my own, and probably in my next video on this deck, because I'm actually going to do one explaining one of the tricks that I can do with the deck. So, Hyper Psychic Blaster, he gives you life points, and he's a piercer, as well. The only reason I run a Ruzakaias is because the Ruzakaias is a small piercer. He's a big piercer. He's a 9-star, so it takes me more to get to him. But he's pretty good because of the fact that he's a piercer. And he gives me life points equal to the different hints. So when my opponent's taking the damage, I'm just adding the damage into my life points. Then we have Ultimate Hint, Exelon Clicker or something? I don't know. Looks like a messed up Thought Ruler Archfiend. He's my Psychic Fusion, and he requires one Psychic Synchro plus one one Psychic type monster. He's actually really good considering he can't be destroyed by card effects whatsoever. So bye bye to basically everything that would destroy him. And he's basically got the same effect as Hyper Psychic. He's he's 100 weaker than Hyper Psychic, but he's easy to get to because of all the stuff I run. And then finally, Nutria Exelon, which is just ridiculously powerful. I have really almost never lost when I summon this thing because of what I can do. Okay, you activate a spell or trap card. I remove from play one card and send the top card of my deck to the grave. Okay, now what? I'll go over the move in the next video I upload. It's actually kind of cool. What I can do with him along with what I actually did already once before. So, alright, goodbye. Hey, that's my video. That's my psychic deck. Hope you guys like it. You can comment. Please comment, actually. Yeah, I've gotten like one comment on any of my videos, so I'm lonely. I'm really lonely. So, if you guys comment on something, like maybe even on my Pokemon Low sticker background here because I'm using a book, please just send me a comment. I'm bored. I don't see anybody commenting me.